Today we're speaking about overcoming procrastination. That time where you're like, it feels like I want to do something. It feels like I want to go forward. I am kind of passionate about it, but why don't I get myself to just do the work? Why can't I get myself to that place where I just do what I need to do in order to get where I need to get? And a lot of people today fail in what they have to do. And I think failure is a very strong word, but I rather want to say, don't get to what they want to do or don't accomplish what they want to accomplish because of this thing called procrastination. So today I actually brought a puzzle to, I know it looks like a scary kind of puzzle, but I like it. So let's go with it. So I always ask this question when you want to build a puzzle, and I'm not a big puzzle builder, and I ask people who like to build puzzles, when you want to build a puzzle, where do you start? Now, a lot of people say you start at the corners or at the side. I had some people even telling me you start by buying the puzzle, and all of them were wrong. So maybe there are some of you who has the right answer. Where do you start when you build a puzzle? You start with the picture. You start with the picture. So procrastination happens a lot of times because people do not have a clear, and listen to what I'm saying, a clear vision. Not a random vision, not kind of like a vision, but a person needs a clear vision. And here's what I want to say, and this is very important. People need to be passionate and excited about the big picture, about the main vision. Charles Swindoll said, "The habit of always putting off an experience until you can afford it, or until the time is right, or until you know how to do it, is one of the greatest burglars of joy. Be deliberate, but once you've made up your mind, jump in." So when do you make up your mind? When you see the picture, when you have the picture in your imagination. Now, imagination is an extremely important thing. At Mind Prosperity, as we believe where your mind goes, your life follows. It starts with the imagination. It starts with the picture that you have in your mind. I always do this exercise with people. I say, look around you, look at the tables, look at the chairs, look at the walls, look at the house, look at your phone, look at your tablet, look at your laptop, the microphone I'm speaking on, the shirt that I'm wearing. Everything you do has been in somebody's imagination first. So it starts with a picture. It starts with your imagination. Now, I remember I was at this thing they had at our university once, and I was one of the leaders. Not one of the leaders, I was one of the people that I think they considered to lead like a certain event, and one of the spokespeople. And, for a whole while, I think for about an hour, they spoke about they want to do this march. Do we want to include this people? Do we want to include this people? Do we want to have this banner? Do we want to have this music? Do we want to have this? Do we want to have this? And later I lifted up my hand and I said, listen, can I just ask, what is the vision? What is the end goal? What do you guys want to accomplish? And they said, well, we haven't really decided on that yet. And I said, okay, but then you are wasting my time. They asked me to leave, and they asked me never to come back again, and I was happy to, because if there's not a clear vision, if there's not a clear picture, then you cannot build something. So when we look at the puzzle again, before you start to build this, you have to have a clear vision. It's the same with your life. A lot of people procrastinate because the vision is not clear. The goal is not clear. There's not a clear picture in your imagination. And I'm not saying the road is always going to be clear. I'm not saying the path or the map is always going to be clear. But the destination should be. In your imagination, you should have a clear picture of what you're working towards. I'm not saying it's always 100% exactly going to happen like that, but you still need a picture. You still need something that you are building towards. Now, another thing that you should look at when it comes to procrastination. So for me, I'm going to put this thing here. So for me, procrastination is not just not doing anything, but putting off the important things or the right things to do is also a part of procrastination. I'm taking out some of these puzzle pieces And I'm going to show you when you open the box. When you open the box, you get these puzzle pieces, okay? And these pieces has to be put together. So this is now what has to happen. You have a vision, and now all of these pieces has to be put together one by one. Now, any person who knows about building a puzzle, now I have the two wrong pieces here, and that's good for my illustration. Any people who knows anything about building a puzzle is you don't look at the picture. Let me just get it the right way. You don't look at the picture and then just put the picture away and start building. No, you keep the picture close to you. You keep looking at the picture, and then you look at the pieces, and then you kind of see where do the pieces fit. Now, another form of procrastination is when you have a bunch of the wrong pieces in the puzzle box. Imagine I take pieces of a different puzzle and I put all those pieces, not all of those pieces, let's say some of those pieces in this box. And let's say I take some of these pieces out. You cannot build the puzzle if you have the wrong pieces. So a lot of people can have the right picture, but they have the wrong pieces. Putting the wrong pieces in is also a form of procrastination, because now you are doing something, but you're not doing what needs to be done to get the puzzle built. Meaning that one of the areas of procrastination is being busy, but not to be busy with the things that are building the picture. So a lot of people, you get a lot of people today that says, I'm busy. I remember I knew somebody once, and he was quite well. I still know him. He's quite wealthy. I remember one morning he slept until like 12 o'clock in the morning. And I said to him, well, how are you going to build your business if you do that? And he said something very interesting to me. By this, I'm not saying it's okay to sleep till 12 o'clock in the morning. But he said something very interesting to me. He said, don't ask me what I do, ask me what I get done. So overcoming procrastination is not just about what you do or about what you don't do. It's not about how busy you are. And I want to encourage you to be busy. I think it's a good thing to be busy. I'm also busy with my business. But it's not about being busy. It's about being busy with the right things. It's about being busy putting the right pieces in the puzzle. And also getting rid of the pieces of the puzzle that doesn't fit. That's why no is a very important thing. If you want to stop procrastination, know the power of no. To say no to the things that's not going to build this picture, and to say yes to the things that is going to build this picture. Now, I spoke in the beginning and I said how important passion is and how important desire is. I have a group of people, we're working through the book Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. Desire is a very important thing. It's chapter 2 of the book. To have a desire, to have a passion for something is the starting point of riches, Napoleon Hill says. But you're not always going to have that desire. So when you see the picture, you must say, I have a desire to build this puzzle. I have a desire to build this picture. When you look at that picture in your imagination, you should say, I have a desire to build this. Now, I have a desire to speak. I have a desire to do teachings and training, whether it's online, whether it's offline. I have a passion to write books. But to be honest, let me rather say I have a passion to bring out a book. I don't always have the passion to sit down, to do the research, to get the thing written, to get the thing edited, I'm saying thing a lot. I'm speaking about my book. Okay, I'm very passionate about it in general. I'm not always, I think one thing that I really have to get myself, like sit your ass down and do this, is the bibliography, is the research, all of those things. So if you're always looking for passion, if you're always looking for excitement, procrastination is going to be a big part of your life, because although you should be passionate and excited about the big picture every single morning, you kind of have to say, like in my case, either like sit your ass down, do the research, get the book written, prepare the material. For other people, it can be like, get your ass up, do what you need to do to get to this end goal and to this end destination. So what I want to say is passion and desire is not always going to be there. And that's why I always say to people, following your heart is not always great advice. Following your intuition, yes, I think following your intuition is a very important thing. It depends how you look at it. But follow your heart for some people is just follow the excitement, follow what you feel good about, which is not always good advice. And if you always need a motivational session, I think motivation is important, but we're not always going to feel motivated. So it's not about always seeking emotion and passion. Sometimes it's about doing the work, getting the puzzle pieces together, even if they don't always seem like they fit. Now, another thing is you can have the right puzzle pieces. In this box, there's all the right puzzle pieces. There are no wrong puzzle pieces in this particular box, and no pieces are missing. But you still have to find out which pieces fit together. So another form of procrastination can be just to put a lot of things together and hope they work. No, they can be part of the same box, they can be part of the same puzzle, but they always still have to be at the right place. So you can say, I was busy, but you were busy putting the wrong pieces together just so that you can say you were busy. William Sprague said, do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make the iron hot by striking. And that's such a beautiful thing. Don't wait for everything to always be right and everything to always be perfect, and your emotions to really be at the right place for you to take some action. And I do think in certain circumstances it should be like that. But by doing the same thing, yeah, I think same thing is the right word. By sitting and putting the pieces together every single day is going to get the iron hotter and hotter and hotter, and it's going to get you to that place. And the final thing that I want to say today is you have to focus on what is now. Don't just focus on what is next. So you start with a vision, very important. You have to have the future in mind. You have to have the future in your imagination. But people will always just imagine what can be. I just do my meditations every day. I just do my affirmations every day. Future focus, that's a good thing. That's a start. But then you have to ask your question, what do I have to do in the here and the now? And sometimes you have to bring yourself back to that place and say, now is all I have. If you don't focus on the now, then you're not, if you stop focusing on the now, you're going to procrastinate a lot. If you learn how to focus in the now, you're going to learn how to overcome procrastination, because you can ask yourself, or you should ask yourself rather, what should I do right now? Not what should I have done yesterday? What should I do a bit later today? What can I do right now? If you want to overcome procrastination, after you have your vision, after you have your puzzle pieces, after you have a kind of like an idea how to put them together, and sometimes you do make mistakes. Sometimes you have to, like when you build a puzzle, you have to take some pieces away and put another piece in and say, okay, where does this piece fit? We have to do that. But we have to get into the here and now and ask yourself the question, what do I have to do right now? Not what do I have to do 10 minutes later, what do I have to do right now? And if you can get into the right now, that'll be a great thing. There's a rugby player called Richie McCaw. He used to play rugby. He was the All Blacks captain for a long time. Richie McCaw said he had this dream that he wanted to be the captain of the All Blacks rugby team while they win the World Cup. And I think they won the World Cup 2 times while he was captain. Now, the World Cup is every 4 years. So just to be a captain of a rugby team 1 time while they win a World Cup is like a big achievement. Like being a rugby captain of a team that wins the World Cup 2 times, it's like a big achievement. So let's listen to what Richie McCaw said. Before I give you this quote of Richie McCaw and before I end the session, I want to ask you to like, to subscribe, and to share this video. We do want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and all of these things can really help us. If you want to know more about us, know more about Mind Prosperity, please go visit our website at www.mindprosperity.co.za, and there you will get more information. So, Richie McCaw said, you've got to enjoy the game, and you've got to enjoy the hard work, and you've got to enjoy the stuff that people don't see. When you get into the here and now, a lot of times you get into the place where into the stuff that people don't see. Now, remember, earlier I said there's not always going to be this passion, always going to be this excitement when you do it, but you can always learn to enjoy it and say, listen, I'm going to enjoy the here and now. I'm so excited about the future. I'm so excited about the picture. I'm so excited about the vision, but I'm also going to learn to do what is necessary right now and enjoy it. And I believe if you apply some of these principles, like I just gave this illustration with the puzzle, then you can you can overcome procrastination and you can eventually reach the goal and the vision that you want to reach. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate you from Mind Prosperity. We love you, and we are so excited to see you in some of our next videos. Goodbye.